All right, so here we go. We got moved up after our last game, oddly enough, to the #1 team in the country. Ohio State was on a bye. It was a really strange week because we jumped Ohio State when we played. Didn't play all that great, but we did play. Ohio State didn't. We jumped them in the rankings. Then we come over to the Heisman rankings. And even though Donovan Edwards and Mason Graham had great games again, Will Howard, who didn't play a game, jumped us in the Heisman race. So I don't really know what that's about, but hopefully things are all back in order after this game here. Right now, if the season were to end and we'd get to Ohio State, Michigan, it'd be #1 versus #2. I'm really kind of hoping that happens.
Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines.
Michigan getting the ball first in the battle for the Paul Bunyan Trophy. A deep kick from Jonathan Kim, and there will be no return. Touchback for Michigan and out to the 25-yard line. That last meeting, that was a lot of fun. 49-0. See if we can do anything like that here today. We have just really been rolling as of late. Had a slight clunker against Illinois, but for the most part, no complaints. Donovan Edwards on first down, and surprisingly defended quite well. Not really much room. Offensive line was already downfield. Not good to see. 2nd down and 9. Going to go to Marlon Klein, and Marlon Klein's got a first down. To the 36. Was not the greatest game last time out for Alex Orji. A little over 200 yards. We did throw a pick. Actually, I think we threw multiple. Khalil Mullings with a 3-yard gain. And hopefully we're going to see more of Khalil Mullings here today. I messed around with the auto subs just a little bit and hoping that that's going to be a difference maker. We're going to see a little bit more of Khalil. Samaj Morgan, we're trying to go deep to him. That might be a mistake. Not a mistake we pay for. That was tight coverage. And it'll be 3rd down and 7. I just saw single safety, thought we'd take an early shot. See what Michigan State does here as we call the halfback screen. They back some guys off. Donovan's got it, but that goes backwards. Blown up. Amorian Smith. The safety steps up and makes a play. And Michigan set to punt. Tommy Dolman sending it away. Into the wind. And no return. Fair catch inside the 25 at the 23-yard line. And we get the first look at this Michigan State offense with 19-year-old. Don't let Michigan State fans will certainly tell you all the time. He's only 19. Aiden Childs. Childs back to pass on the first play of the game. It's a short one. Only 2 yards to the 25-yard line to tight end Jack Velling. Certainly need a good game out of this Michigan defense here today. Crowd is loud, going to make Michigan State's life hell. Run to the outside, and Will Johnson just decides to engage the blocker. Rod Moore has to step up and make the tackle, but a first down for Michigan State up to the 35.
But he's also physical. Kind of reminds you of great Michigan State running backs. Guys like Le'Veon.
There's Mason Graham, and the ball is loose. It's still loose, picked up by an offensive lineman. Yet another week comes and goes, and Mason Graham with a sack and a forced fumble. Michigan cannot capitalize. It's his 10th sack of the season. But now 2nd down and long for Michigan State. Delayed handoff. That's Stewart who makes the play. 3rd down and 22.
century. First meeting back
Might
in
be
1898.
finding out just what kind of arm Aiden Childs has here. Childs, it's a nope, no, we won't. It's a screen pass. We should have that stopped before they pick up the first down. Got a little bit more yards than I would have liked, but we still do force a Michigan State punt. From their side, from the 36, Eckley sends that away. Booming kick with the wind, and Stewart back to return. Tried to break out of that tackle. Returned up to the 22. Michigan offense back out, not the start we wanted. Over 5 minutes into this first quarter already. Donovan Edwards, only a yard. Early on, this Michigan State defense doing a good job on the Michigan running game that has done so well for us all year. Edwards has a block. That is a first down to the 32. We certainly can't just run the ball every single play. Orgy gonna throw to the flat here. That's the tight end, Colston Loveland. Didn't pick up the first down, but second and inches upcoming on Loveland's first catch.
And now on second down for this offense.
Edwards. And just trying to follow some blocks there. We do get to the 50. First offense to cross the 50-yard line. 4 carries already for Donovan. They got Morgan pressed over again on the right side. They got 2 safeties back to help this time around. We'll fire that. That's Marlon Klein. He's open on the play down near the 30.
Really nice job there by both guys.
Second catch of the game for Marlon Klein. Here's Donovan. Donovan Edwards cuts that back. There's a nice gain of 8. Going to be interesting what the coverage is. We're just going to throw that short to Frederick Moore. What a game he had last week for us. This game is surprisingly close. Well, this is only our second drive. Oh, hello. Colby Priestcorn. End zone touchdown. Third tight end with a catch in this game here for Michigan, and Colby Priestcorn has scored. And Michigan State just didn't have anybody. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Colby. This is Brady Priestcorn. I think I've been calling him Colby for 2 weeks. Oops. He doesn't play. I forgot. PAT by Dominic Zavada up and good. An 8-play drive. Took 4 minutes. Tommy Doman going to punt it away. One thing I will say, in terms of customization, when it comes to Dynasty, that had a chance to break there. I wish you could change the times of the game. I really wish we could make this a night game, but alas, we can't. Probably. First down, Michigan State from the 20. Play action for Childs, and he's going down. Second sack of the day for Michigan. Second down and 19. Ernest Hausman. Not really the strength of Hausman's game, at least here in Dynasty for us. Delayed handoff again. A 3-yard gain, and for the second drive in a row, it'll be 3rd and beyond the original line of scrimmage. Childs with 2 long sacks in the game. Now, do they call a screen this time? No. Graham forces his way in there. Childs got hit as he threw and spiked it into the ground, and now punt deep in their own territory for Michigan State. Stewart, long way back to get it, but this actually could be set up for a decent return at the 49-yard line for Omarion Stewart. So Michigan starts the drive with Khalil Mullings in the game. Like I said, you hopefully see more of number 20 here today. Got a nice block a little bit later than I wanted to from the fullback. in Max Bredesen.
It'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of
Second down and 4 as Edwards re-enters the game.
opens up your entire playbook.
Donovan Edwards finding space. That's a first down.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And I don't care if I get
Maybe try and air it out again. I'm not really sure. Don't want to get too aggressive in this game by any means. Oh, hello. That's Colston Loveland open on the play, and he's inside the 20.
Get to the first down line.
Man, if only Michigan could throw the football like this, IRL. Holy shit.
He could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field.
First down to the 18 as the first quarter is wrapping up. Edwards got speared by 2 Spartans
Eat people. They swallow human beings.
after a 2-yard gain to the 16-yard line. Second and 8.
Those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back.
Hoping to find Colston Loveland in the end zone. The other tight end, Marlon Klein, will motion.
Back to throw.
And I think we're going to find him. Will it be a catch, though? No. Little bit too far away
But it's incomplete.
for Colston Loveland in the corner of the end zone.
He didn't look open as
But in terms of misses, I'm totally fine with that.
trying to force the ball, but at least
3rd and 8.
where
Spartans do not bring pressure. Here is Samaj Morgan to the 5.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
First and goal now from the 5-yard
The
line.
end zone now with a new set of
After a dud of a first drive, it has been all Michigan ever since as Edwards cuts it back in between the blocks and scores 2 rushing touchdowns. That's not true. Commentary's a mess today. Rushing touchdown for Donovan Edwards. The other one was to Brady Prescorn.
get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Michigan will be up by 2 touchdowns. See if we can tack on the extra point that's been the most consistent part of our kicking game. Just 1 extra point missed.
lining up to tack one more
Dominic
on the
Zavada,
lead.
40 of 41,
And with
41
the
of
extra
42.
point,
7-play drive.
further. They
And Michigan
pushed
extends the
ball
lead.
1 yards for the score. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Be returnable from the 5
On the move from inside his 5. Nice
up to the
job.
22-yard line.
The assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to
So
place
here
the
we go.
ball.
Aiden Childs just cannot take the sacks that he has to start this game.
Really need to
Putting
get
Michigan State behind the sticks, that is incomplete.
Firing on all cylinders.
Jaden McBurrows in the area
For this unit, they've been slow.
did enough to disrupt the pass. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not
Childs
really
again.
what we've seen
That's
so
out wide, and Barry got a hand on it.
until you find
Childs lucky to get that football back.
you can use against this defense.
decibels rising as the crowd
That was
gets
very
behind.
nearly a pick 6. 3rd and 10.
To the air. It's
They double team Mason Grant, or Kenneth Grant rather. Mason Graham comes in and hits Childs, and this Michigan State offense cannot get anything done right now.
Absolutely bananas. Communication is harder. The snapping the football.
Don't touch the
everybody
punter, we
wins.
don't.
Man, this crowd
With the wind here, we might get some solid chances at some returns here today as Stewart is up to the 40-yard line. And I think we try and run the ball here. I don't know if we're going to be able to kill off 6 seconds to make this the last play of quarter number 1, but we're certainly going to try. We might actually be able to do that.
Yeah, how nice.
It's going to be close. No, play clock will run out first. So 1 more play
Everything that last drive.
here in this first quarter, but a nice run for Donovan Edwards gets us across midfield. It'll be Donovan again.
dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Edwards crosses the 40, and that will be quarter number 1. 14-0 Michigan. Michigan State offense needs to find some sort of rhythm. 2nd down and 5 starts quarter number 2.
Quarterback, what they see.
We're going to take a chance here. Orgy. Uh-oh. Lucky to get that away to Colston Loveland.
He was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and if
Not exactly what we were looking for there.
ball at the 38, the defense
And now
was
it's
right
3rd and 5.
3rd and short.
In an ideal world, Marlon Klein here on the play, and they back off way too far. Marlon Klein will pick up that first down to the 30.
For the first down, they've got it at the 30. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field.
Donovan Edwards again, who's getting better as this game is going on, as is the run blocking.
Able to scrounge.
Not so much there on that.
Somehow it's 2nd and 7.
MSU able to get a player off that left edge into the middle of the field. 2nd and 7 for Donovan. I'm not really sure where to go in terms of the blocks. 2-yard gain. 3rd and 5. I don't think we're going to be able to get this to Samaj Morgan. So we'll try and dump this off to Colston Loveland, and we do! Weird coverage for Michigan State, and Loveland is down to the 3. That was really probably a bad throw. A Michigan State defender all over Loveland. Loveland makes the catch and then breaks away. I mean, look at him. He's got a chance to pick that ball off. First and goal for Michigan again. And Donovan Edwards pounding in again. Edwards. Nope, it's going backwards 2 yards to the 5. The stretch plays are just not really the move. Especially this close to the goal line. Khalil Mullings will get a chance to pound it in. Mullings, nope. Well, might actually have to try and throw the ball here. On 3rd and 5, MSU loads up the line. Trying to figure out who the fuck. I'm not sure who I'm looking for over the middle there. It ain't gonna matter. Oh, wait. Oh, Orji stayed up. Looking at zone. It's incomplete off the hands of Samaj Morgan. What a chance for Orji, though, to break that sack and still have a chance to get that ball away. Michigan denied at the goal line. Zavada will make it 17-0. Not exactly what we were after. I mean, that was a highlight reel play for sure if Morgan could have hung on. So Tommy Doman, likely going to be a touchback now that Doman has the wind. And oh yeah, that'll be out of the back of the end zone. Over the head of McCutcheon. First drive of the second quarter for Michigan State. See if their offense has found any answers. Their defense did momentarily. Here's Mason Graham again. Another sack for Mason Graham, back to the 20. Yeah, something tells me Mason Graham might be leading the Heisman race after this game. Childs down again.
You stop the run first, get him in passing situations, pin your ears back, and go.
So still no answer for Michigan State. They'll run it. Not much. Power it forward for 4 yards. Eric McKinney-Ware taking the bulk of the load here today. Childs going down again. Kenneth Grant that time. It'll be 4th and 24.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early.
For the second time, Eckley going to punt from his own end zone.
Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why
Stewart. Uh-oh. Yep, that ain't going to go well. Probably take fair catches when we don't get those booming kicks with the wind. Regardless, it's still good starting field position for Michigan. Edwards pounded forward by Tatum for 4. Oh, well, I called the wrong play. Well, we're going to flip this. Oddly enough, to the weak side on a toss play. Donovan Edwards got some blocks over there on the outside. Edwards with a move and nearing the 40. 15 carries, 83 yards for Donovan Edwards. Nation's leading running back, at least here in video game land. 1st and 10. Orji back to pass. Looking sideline. Loveland got it. To the 23-yard line. And what do we have here? That got reviewed. Loveland got 2 feet down. That's interesting. Alex Orji, 11 of 15 here in this game. Edwards. 4 more. Just about anything we want working right now. Loveland again. That'll be inside the 5 to the 2. They'll mark it at the 3. And now MSU really needs to force another field goal here. In a bad way, Edwards to the 1. Couldn't find any more space. And we'll try and play some Michigan football, try to follow the block of Max Bredesen. Never got the chance. Mullings back to the 2. What is the definition of insanity again? I forgot. Kind of doing it here. Edwards on the run. Not going to get it. This is really possibly something that we might regret later on. Trying to run this from the 2-yard line is a whole lot better than from the 5. We've ran 6 plays down here and haven't been able to pound it in here in the last 2 drives. Donovan Edwards with a move. He's not going to get it. First down, Michigan State. Pinned back at their own 1 when they haven't been able to block Mason Graham all day. They run it. They get 1 yard for Eric McKinney-Ware. Second and 9. Mason Graham got banged up on the play. Pretty low on stamina. Childs hands it off again. They get it out. No, they go backwards all of a sudden. What the hell? That was very strange. They're actually behind the original spot. Fullback in the game on 3rd and 10. And he's hung up on his own guy. Frazier will get 2 yards out to the 3, but oh boy. Michigan State pinned way deep. Eckley in the end zone again. Pretty good boot. Stewart with a move. He's still going. Inside the 40. Almost a safety. Should have been a safety. He tripped over his own guy. 3:23 to go before halftime. We play this smart. Might be able to kill off the remainder of this first half. Fullback screen. Oh, there's pressure in on Orji immediately, and Michigan State's got their first sack of the game. 16 first downs to 1. 3rd and 14. Looking for Loveland. He cannot hang on. A 60-yard field goal. No, thank you. I will try and pin Michigan State deep again. We got so very close to a safety on Michigan State's last drive.
This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Doman, little wild, and that'll be a touchback. Held on to the meter just a little bit too long, so a mistake there on special teams. 2:09 to go in the first half. Michigan State with all 3 of their timeouts, and that's an incomplete pass. They target Will Johnson, and Johnson knocks it away from the intended receiver. It's a 2nd and 10 from the 20. A first down on their opening drive, nothing else. Moore getting in there. They find a man, and there's the second Michigan State first down, and the 2-minute warning has been reached.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have.
You'd expect Childs to be airing the ball out now. Michigan State needs it bad. They find a wide open man in McKinney-Ware down to the 41. Good God, there was nobody even close to him. First down.
just keep throwing.
Stewart. Childs nowhere to go. He's going to get that ball away. 2nd and 10. Now, Michigan State does have a great kicker in Jonathan Kim. I'm not sure if they'd kick it from here. Childs to throw. Incomplete. Barry in there on a pass deflection again. So if you're Michigan State here, you really think you're going to need some yards. I mean, you're at your own 40, or you're at the Michigan 41. Childs to throw. It is complete to the 37. And they will try the field goal to get on the board with Jonathan Kim.
It's a positive game, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced them on 4th down.
Kick is up. That is no good off the left upright. Had the leg for sure. Michigan State cannot crack the scoreboard.
Here come those maize and blue-winged helmets on offense. Here's another.
So 17-0. They send some pressure. We're going to fire that downfield. It's caught by Samaj Morgan inside the 40. Not really a reason to take our timeouts yet. Now Samaj could be open here on the play. We're going to look in his direction. Orji fires it up there. Samaj Morgan dives, and that is incomplete. 19 seconds to go. Open over the middle. There is Morris. Timeout. 13 seconds left before half.
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
From the 26-yard line, they brought the safety in, and that leaves Colston Loveland wide open. Touchdown, Michigan, right before halftime.
They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country.
I really expected more of a fight.
They've got a lot of speed, and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Still in a freezer at Rivers Edge Golf Club.
They'll try to add another.
Dominic Savada for the PAT. It is 24-0. 9 seconds, 3 timeouts. They are probably not going to get a chance at a return. Even if I sky kick this, we're going to give it a go. Well, because I'm essentially playing with last year's Michigan football team. Returned from the 4. Hillman tackle at the 12. And now they are going to run. They're going to run plays. 7 seconds left. 3 timeouts. They're going to try and pick something up. They aren't going to get much. 3 yards. They'll take halftime. It'll be 24-0 Michigan after 2 quarters. 24-0 as we start the second half. We do kick with the wind here in this 3rd quarter. That'll be a touchback for MSU. Yeah, if I was playing with this year's Michigan team and Alex Orji can't complete a pass over 5 yards, we'd be in some big trouble. Oh, wow, they actually find a hole. Not a first down. It'll be 2nd and inches. Eric McKinney-Ware has been about the only bright spot offensively for the Spartans. And he's actually, this is Frazier picking up the first down to the 38. Aiden Childs has been on his back a lot. It would service them well to try and run the ball. Mangum tried to knock that free, but it is a gain of 4. Yeah, I don't know if Nate Carter is injured. I haven't seen Nate Carter at all. Play action. Childs. That should have been a loss. Barham with a tackle after a 1-yard gain.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first
3rd and
down.
5. All of a sudden, they have found an answer for Mason Graham. He has not got... right as we say that, Mason Graham got free. Shoved the right guard to the ground, and Michigan State will punt.
Will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been
Drop
busy.
pass on 3rd and 5. Stewart, we're going to let this bounce. And that rolls into the end zone. Good decision.
Big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
First down, Michigan from the 20.
Ready to get that offense rolling again.
Donovan Edwards, they found an answer for him the last few drives. 20 carries, 99 yards for Donovan. Right on par with what we've done all year.
And he came into this game leading the nation in rushing.
4G back to pass. We're going to have to fire that up. One-on-one to Prieskorn, and it's knocked away. Slant didn't get open. So now a run on 3rd and 2 from our 28. Edwards going backwards. Great penetration. I don't know what happened to 75 over there. Dude wound up on his head. So Tommy Dolman punting with the wind. It's going to be a boot backing up the returner. But this will be returned only to the 26. Big hit. Lucky to hang on to that ball. Cody Jones on the stop. That one, little lob pass. Oh, right. I always forget we still have the 2 guys wearing number 1 on this defense. It was McBurrows and Jayshon Barham that combined on the tackle there. 2nd and 3 from the 33. They run it. McKinney Ware, first down. 9 carries, 35 yards. It's tough to call that the bright spot of the offense, but when Childs is doing what he's doing, that's going to be another run. Not much. Barham, Rodmore, and Rolder combine. Michigan State just trying to out Michigan right now. Keeping the ball on the ground. Oh, good pickup there on Kenneth Grant. Grant was coming unobstructed. Great secondary block there. Aiden Childs finds an open receiver downfield. First down to the 41. The most promising this Spartans offense has looked. Grant can't get free. McKinney Ware yet again. How about 12 more yards to the 28-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games.
Got to find a way to stop them. Only one scoring threat for Michigan State here today. Play action. Childs over the middle. Oh, my goodness, that's caught. Looked like it was going to get picked by Makari Page. By the way, the one scoring threat was the Jonathan Kim field goal attempt off the left upright. Childs back to pass. He'll fire it short. It is caught by Jack Felling. 2nd and 10 from the 15. Childs back to pass again. He finds a man on the drag. First down to the 2. Michigan State finding life. It's an option to Childs, and he's back to the 7. Jayshon Barham yet again. He's played a nice drive defensively. 2nd and goal. Play action. They'll dump it off short, and I think we just gave him a touchdown. Apparently, yes. Jack Velling is in. Bad route to the ball, I think, with Makari Page, and that just never stood much of a chance once we did take that bad route.
You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
And they are going for 2.
A 2-point conversion coming.
Childs back. Looking around, nowhere to go. Spiked into the ground. MSU will stay at 6 points, but a 5.5-minute drive. Michigan State finally on the board. You know what? Let's return one with Cole Cabana. And Cabana, nice return to the 28-yard line. Just about broke one.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1, 2, 3.
Edwards. Edwards. Oh, just couldn't split the gap there. 100-yard game for the Don. Only the one touchdown. Edwards on the counter, trying to power his way forward. 3rd down and 1 upcoming.
Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Let's go for fullback dive on 3rd and 1. Get a carry in for Max Bredesen. And that'll be a 1st down. Hard hit. Should have started Tuttle. We saw what we had with Jack Tuttle last week. Orgy on play action. Oh boy, we're going down. Chris Bogle on the sack, 9-yard loss. And now Michigan in a little bit of trouble. That one thrown too low for Loveland. Yeah, we used Jack Tuttle last week. Not started him, but we played him in the 4th quarter. Looking for Loveland. They got a guy there off the back of Loveland, and it's incomplete. Well, it's MSU defense doing what they can right now. This looks returnable. And it will be. What? Huh? Wasn't even a hurdle. I feel like we got to go take a look at that. That had to look funny. I mean, he just got a helmet to the balls and just popped right up. First down, Michigan State from their own 20. Mason Graham getting in there. It's actually going to be Josiah Stewart. Wrapping up the back, 3-yard loss. This is where we had a lot of success earlier in the game. Getting Childs and the Spartan offense behind the sticks. That one read well. No gain on the play, even though they complete the screen. 3rd down and 13. 4 wide receivers in the back. Childs on the run. He's going to get hit hard by Mason Graham. Childs damn near throws it into the first row. 3 and out for Michigan State. Uh-oh. Saw number 6 coming around the edge there. Stewart going to have some space here. Some blocks out wide. Great return to the 35-yard line. I just saw a play call sign on the sideline with a poop emoji on it. First down from the 35. Here's Donovan Edwards. They have really clamped down defensively. I think 80's name was McCutcheon or something like that. Edwards. Oh, boy. Donovan Edwards. I tried to spin. That didn't happen. First down to the 16. Yep, a poop emoji. I guess we're going to go to this drag. It's the only one that was even open. Tyler Morris to the 9-yard line. We do not have to run a play. Here in quarter number 3. We will wind this down, take the 4th quarter, 24-6. Michigan, all over Michigan State. But we got to finish. MSU found a little bit of momentum there towards the end of the quarter. 2nd down and 4. Starts quarter number 4. Donovan Edwards to the outside. Spartan defenders confused. Touchdown, Michigan. 2nd touchdown of the game for Donovan Edwards, so that'll help out with the deceptively close bit. But we'll see what kind of response the MSU offense can muster up. Oh, yeah, there's just zero chance. I told you, I like the chances of this game tomorrow finishing 7-6. Zavada, PAT, good, 31-6 now.
Now you got to swing it back your way. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is
14-10, that's also fair.
UMass is in
Dolman
front.
sends it away to be retrieved at the 4
Man isn't exactly putting this one
and up to the 19-yard line.
They're up by 8 over the
Aiden Shiles has surpassed 100 passing yards here in this game, and he's going to be throwing the football a lot, you would expect, here in this fourth quarter. I didn't even know which receiver that was going to. Incomplete. A lot of drop passes for MSU today. Child's stat line going to look a lot worse than it really should. There's a quick one. Big hit again. Another drop. Now, granted, a lot of these drops have been on big hits, but we've seen all season long teams hang on to footballs, even with our hard-hitting D. Grant and Graham in there. Sack number 5 and the first one in a while.
And this defense came to play.
Mason Graham involved in at least 3 sacks here today.
And dominated the competition today. They took care of business.
Now that I can see happening tomorrow. That's a possibility.
Who's the better football team.
And the Spartans line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're
So we will be returning the punt here. Oh, man, we just about ran into that kicker.
running it back. It's Stewart.
Stewart to the 45.
For a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Michigan ready to get that up.
Yeah, I can't explain that. Edwards on the run. One of his better runs in a while, and Michigan State actually just pushed him forward
And sets him up
for the first down.
5-yard line.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the
Throwing the football when we really probably shouldn't. We're actually going to run it with Alex Orji, and this might be a touchdown. Trying to follow our blocks down to the 2-yard line.
Took it all the way there, but it's a huge game.
First time we've used the legs of Orji all game.
So difficult. They're running a pass play.
A 28, well, I don't know if it was a 28-yard gain.
The quarterback can
Big gainer nonetheless for Alex Orji and Edwards. Man, Michigan State's done a great job on our
so fast.
rushing game inside the 5-yard line, really all game.
That's why you get a big game.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Game's still close enough to not put our backups in. Oh boy, that got blown the fuck up.
D's knocked down.
Mullings back to the 4.
It's going to be tough.
And that's
sledding
going
for
to
the
probably
offense
force
here.
us to have to try and pass here. Now, this is unfortunate. Would really like Orji to be playing out of the gun here. Morgan dropped it.
They're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what
Samaj Morgan had it in the end zone. It'll be a tough angle field goal
Looks as if they'll send out
for Dominic Zavada. Up and good.
Splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger.
We'll check after the game. I do wonder if MSU has some injuries that they're dealing with right now. Because this has been their lineup all game.
This kickoff team doing a little running.
McCutcheon to return from the 4. Khalil Mullings playing special teams. Once again, we say it every week. Not exactly what we want to see.
Michigan State has the ball.
Just under 12 to go.
Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last
Childs to
nothing
pass.
really clicked. No rhythm, got off
To the
field
flat.
really
Will Johnson stepping up on Velling.
Yeah, David, bad
Third catch for Velling, only 11 yards.
collective breath. Start playing
After a hot start for Jack Velling, he hasn't
Looking for a man.
had much going on. That one thrown over the middle. That should have been probably picked, but then also caught as we missed the pick.
Field, and he couldn't.
And not even contact on the play, and he drops it.
Time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6.
From the gun,
Childs.
the pass.
With time, they find an open man. Big hit over the middle.
Excellent
Hausman
job working through the air
got
there.
wrapped around there. 16 of 28 today for Aiden Childs.
Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. throwing up top on first down.
Thrown, that one is intercepted. Will Johnson
Takes it the
gonna take it back.
He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way.
That is yet another pick six on the year for Will Johnson.
The lead gets
Played outstanding all year long, as you'd expect
continues
from one of the best defensive players in the country, or at least hyped up to be.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to...
A little bit behind the intended receiver, and Will Johnson ate that all up.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
Savadas PAT good, 41-6. This game has really gotten away from Michigan State in just about 5 minutes. It was a long road back as it was, but they were certainly still in the game. Return to the 20. You know you're going to be seeing a lot of throws in this fourth quarter for Aiden Childs.
The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick.
Here he goes again. He'll fire it.
Big mistake.
That's a catch for a loss.
But you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know the thing or two about
Good coverage downfield by Michigan.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't
From
let
the
that
18.
beat you.
Stewart couldn't get free. Now he can. Childs going down again. Josiah Stewart back to the 5.
this defense. They've heard all about how great this quarterback is.
And now we're looking
They
for
came in today with
a coverage sack and maybe even a safety here.
flying around, harassing him, and making life so
Childs scrambling. That is going to be a safety. Josiah Stewart again.
That's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next
Childs put himself in that spot.
practice of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Ran backwards on the previous play, just trying to extend it. Took a sack all the way back at the 5. Cole Cabana to return it on the safety kick to the 32. And even though this is a rivalry game and I would love to run up the score, I do think we start to try and get towards the end of this one.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great
Start
thing
chewing
is
some
touchdowns
clock.
in the red area. You got to get out there this time and
Because it's gone really poorly here in these
You're
first
absolutely right, David.
6.5
Generally,
minutes
the best red zone offenses are the ones
of this
that
fourth
run the ball.
quarter. Here's
So, let's
Edwards.
see if they can be a little bit more
Couple of
physical.
big hits there. 5-yard gain.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third
Gonna
down?
have to
Quarterback checking off.
pass this football here. I was gonna look for Samaj Morgan. There's Loveland over the middle, and that's another first down.
Spotted at the 45. That's
7th catch for Loveland, 122 yards.
after the completion.
Marlon Klein hasn't had the biggest day. 148 yards on now 30 carries for Donovan Edwards. He's pretty banged up here in this game. Increased risk of injury. The auto sub's not exactly working how I would have liked, but
Step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Don't try
we'll
to
see. Thankfully, it is Khalil Mullings here in the game on 3rd and 6. From midfield, little toss play. Mullings read well by Michigan State.
get back to the line of scrimmage, but
5th
no
tackle
one-
by Dylan Tatum.
And the Wolverines
Tommy
decide
Dolman.
to punt it away.
I don't know if
Overtime, he's punting for the 5th time today.
putting backspin on this kicking into the wind is a good idea. But we'll see.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose.
Yep,
He's been
there we go. Down at the 11.
And the ball comes to rest right there. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And the last time they had
Michigan
the
gonna
ball,
rush 4. 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, that was
And Michigan State get another one.
So they gotta do
Jay
something
Sean Barham on that stop.
running and throwing the football. Try to find that
2nd and 11. Michigan State throwing the football as you'd expect, but it's all to the flat or behind the sticks. Nothing's really working for them right now, and he did it again, and that's going to be a scoop and score touchdown for Josiah Stewart.
will be scooped up in the end zone.
Oh, Christ. He should have just went down for the safety.
Play by the defense there. Loose football. Country fumble. Pick it up.
Aiden Shiles running back into his own end zone. A no-no.
This is City when it's a country fumble, nobody around. I gotta pick that puppy up and do some damage with it.
3.5 sacks on the game for Mason Graham.
Making a play.
And the extra point.
Really didn't expect to drop 50 on MSU, especially after the first 3 quarters.
The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get
Only 2 turnovers for Michigan State. The only problem is they've both been for
He'll
touchdowns.
start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found.
Return to the 21.
Team, and they stop him at the 21. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Comes out throwing.
Shiles over the middle. That is a caught.
Across the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of
Odd
yards.
catch animation, but hung on to up to the 34.
Now on first
Much
down,
needed
that completion.
first down for the confidence of Michigan State at this point.
Child.
Shiles back to throw again. He throws it toward the sideline. It's picked off by Rod Moore.
Got room on the return.
Moore on the return.
And they'll close in on him after a good return on the
Desperation for Michigan State.
It's a lineman late in the game, man. When you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears
Not sure
down.
if the wind maybe affected that one.
Are trying to
Actually, they should have the wind at their back.
The INT. Nice job by this D.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's
Well, we'll be
second
nearing
down.
icing this one out.
He'll put the tight end in motion.
2nd down and 11. Edwards. Donovan Edwards. You can tell he just does not have a lot of burst right now.
There before the defense finally makes the stop. From the 36, a third down.
3rd and 4. Just going to try and find one of these short routes. We do. Samaj Morgan hangs on.
Good job running that route to get past
Run this down to the 2-minute warning
after the catch.
and then take some knees.
Coming into this one, they had to have a plan for one of the best
50-6 and just an implosion in the 4th quarter.
And still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the first down.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory.
Down like they are, I really can't imagine.
Well, this is
That
kinda
timeouts
weird.
will be
They're
used.
Not even going to try to run a play.
This is kind of weird, the commentary says. I don't know about that. Well, we will go to 1-0 in the battle for the Paul Bunyan Trophy in Michigan Dynasty. This game is a lot closer than the final scoreline will really show. Michigan State really hung in there. They were definitely in this game at the start of the quarter, but nothing went right for them.
Third and long coming up here.
We actually may have been doing this a little bit too quickly. I don't think we're going to be able to completely wind down the clock, and we will not. It's going to be about a 3-second differential. I think what we're going to want to do is just run a play
Despite failing earlier on
where it
fourth
just
down,
doesn't really
they'll
matter.
try again here.
Botch the ending of this one a little bit, so Donovan Edwards going to get yet another carry. But this one is going to do it. You would imagine. Just has to stay on his feet for 2 seconds. At 1. Edwards.
Try to get it on the ground.
And that does it. 50-6 final.
Fourth down.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.